France are back in the World Cup final for the first time since 2006, and they will be knowing if they are going to be facing England or Croatia after England and Croatia play tonight. My name is Emmanuel Kurada, and you're watching your World Cup special. And to join me in the studio today, talking about all things that took place yesterday in the semi-final first match, is Simeon. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Tell me about your highlights of yesterday's match.
Yeah, my highlights yesterday is actually what we expect. So we expect to enjoy the match and we expect to have a great game. So I'm pleased with the performance of both teams yesterday.
All right, and we're going to be breaking down what happened in that match yesterday, because we spoke extensively about that match and the things, our expectations, because this is a match where we're going to see two of the best teams in the tournament. Yeah. And like we said it before, it's the final before the final. And yesterday we saw that. I was impressed with the game. I don't know about you, but I would like you to take me through what happened yesterday in the game.
Yeah, yesterday, I think for the first half, they both play a balanced game. So we see the attacking move that we expected from each team. So then best, I can actually commend the defender of both teams in first half, because both of them at some point came to party to rescue their team from conceding a goal, and also the goalkeeper as well. So so both teams defensively and the attack yesterday for first half for me for the whole 45 minutes was excellent.
Oh yeah, no, they played very well. But then let's look at the individuals. I mean, we need to talk. I want us to talk more about that game. We need to analyze every individual yesterday. And starting from the goalkeeper of France yesterday, to me he was man of the match, though they gave it to Raphael Varane as a defender. But to me, the goalkeeper, with the saves that he made yesterday, to me he was outstanding.
I think the reason why they gave it to Varane yesterday was he was 100% on his right position, so he stays where he's supposed to be throughout the game. So he saved them some kind of attack that could have caused them. Maybe the goalkeeper might have conceded if he has not been in his right place. But yesterday he really saved France.
He did.
So, but for the goalkeeper, I think yesterday also he shows the quality why he's a leader to that team. So I'm pleased also with his performance.
And you know, one thing I like about these two teams that we watched is the fact that they have players who are capable of scoring, players that are capable of defending. And we saw that yesterday. Antoine Griezmann coming back, falling back in the midfield to win the ball, and was able to hold somebody like Hazard, because he was able to chase him back to win the ball for the entire team. And this is what we've been talking about. We're talking about how it's very important for teams to work together, you know, play for each other. If I make a mistake, you cover up for me. And then we saw that yesterday in that game.
Yeah, and for France yesterday, I think what they did was to, you know, we spoke about both teams knowing themselves very well because they both play in the same league. I think for yesterday, for both teams, we have just about 4 or 5 clubs playing: Tottenham, Chelsea, Man U, and Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. So those are all the players on that field who understand themselves day in and out every week. So, and that play also in that game yesterday, you could see the likes of Fellaini being the one in charge of Pogba.
Yes,
you see the line of Kante being the one in charge of Hazard. So you can see them like that. So they paired them together. They understood each other. So, and I'm really pleased with their performance as an individual and as a team as well.
But this golden generation, this Belgium team right now, there's a team where everyone was tipping them to win the tournament or even go past the French national team. But yesterday, because the French national team, the problem that we saw with them, and we've been complaining a lot about them, is the fact that they're displaying their individual brilliance without playing together as a team. The team cohesion, it's not there. But then yesterday, we saw what happened yesterday with the likes of Matuidi coming to the party. And to me, he was also one player that was very outstanding. His performance was out of this world. He, at this age, you know. So I think with the understanding now in the team and with the way they play, do you think the Belgium national team, do you think they will bounce back?
Yeah, like somebody said yesterday, like it's not going to be easy again for the top place playoff, but because it's not what they really dream to play for. So, but they are going to bounce back. But what I see yesterday as a mistake that they made yesterday, I don't know whether the instruction is from the coach or is from the player. Because first half when they played, they are 3-5-3. So they were really attacking. So they want to score. But immediately they came back for the second half. The brain has to drop again, and then Asa has to leave his position and then drop to the midfield as well. So they were able, France were able to contain them.
I agree with you. But talking about Hazard also, to me, I just feel Well, the French national team was still going to win, but to me, I felt yesterday that he was one of the reasons why they did not get a goal in that game. Because as a player, he's a quality player, no doubt, and sometimes it's good to be selfish as a very skillful player, but sometimes it's also good to work together with the team.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about his
You remember I
performances?
said something about him in their last game that they would have beaten Brazil more than 2 goals, but he decided to keep the ball unnecessarily just to calm the ball when they're supposed to go for attack, where there are 3-on-1 against one. He would decide to hold the ball to commit to get a foul from opponent. So that was one of the things that he did as well yesterday when they're supposed to attack to score. So he's trying to show that he can control the field, he can hold it. But as a leader, I believe so the other team might also allow him to do whatever he wants to do. So I feel if he has played the way they played in the first half, they might have gotten a goal in that match.
He started very well actually. When he started the game, I was tipping them to win because of the way he was playing. So I wanted him to be the player that every French defender is going to be worried about, and then he will allow the other players, his teammates, to express themselves. But yesterday the French also came into that game with a game plan. They came into let's take them one-on-one, and they were able to. N'Golo Kante was assigned to Hazard, and then you see Pogba also was with someone, and the way they picked up. One thing I liked so much, they played expansive football, yes, and at the same time they had players who were not worried about who scored.
Yeah. And if you look at the France team yesterday, you see Griezmann has to come to the left. So they have to take Mbappe to the right to deceive the defense of Belgium as well. Because Griezmann comes this side. And then Giroud play a lot of important role there. He might not score.
Very,
he might not score, but was disturbance. So, and that's what we talk about players of his caliber. They don't need to score. But once they are away, they weaken the defender for
the
other persons.
Their
work rate. So yesterday was so into the game. So the likes of Mbappe show some kind of skills that we expect him to show yesterday. But for me, if I have to give it to the best person yesterday in the attack, I think Griezmann's always.
But it's hard for me. It's just very hard for me to pick one player that was outstanding yesterday, because we have a lot of play. The entire 11 players of French national team, they played very well. Even in the Belgium side, they played very well. It was a game that at the end of the day, one person is going to win. But yesterday, the two of them, that was a final before the final for me. The final might not be this entertaining as it was yesterday, and yet with that team, the Griezmann, Mbappe, his runs were fantastic, and they kind of understanding.
But I can give it to the defender, the number 3 of Belgium yesterday. He let Mbappe to know that there's experience.
But yet the guy was able to move.
Yeah, there's experience. No, Mbappe has to move to the midfield, like move away from him, but on that touchline, the man stopped every move of Mbappe yesterday. And he happens to be the oldest player in Belgium that has the highest cap for Belgium also. So he allowed the guys to know that it's not about the skill, it's not about the pace.
Yesterday was just a family affair to me. That is what it was yesterday, because players that know each other very well, like you said, they play in the same league. Some of them, they started the academy together, and they're playing together yesterday. They understood each other's game, how you move. The likes of Hazard, they did not allow him to move freely because they know who he is, and he's going to cause them a lot of damages yesterday. And they were able to hold him, and they were able to get away. But I was impressed with the entire performance of the two teams.
For me, from the coaching team of the coaching crew of the both team, and then to the players and to the officiating as well, yesterday was excellent for me.
Yeah, that is true. Belgium, they are losing their first match in 2 years, since 2006 when they lost to Spain. This is the first time they're losing a match, since the coach took over. And he's doing a fantastic job coming with Henry. And yesterday, we saw that, and we said it here on the show before, that the game is going to be decided between the two coaches. The two coaches with the ton of tactics that they're going to use. And the Belgium coach yesterday, like you told me earlier, he made a mistake in the second half.
I like the second half. That's why I said I don't know who made that decision. It might be Hazard who decide to change the formation. It might be the coach.
You can't change
might be
the formation
coach.
when the coach is still there.
Because sometimes
this is not Argentina, remember?
Sometimes some captains like that who have skill, who think they have a lot to prove. Like I told you about Xavi as well. Xavi sometimes they change position.
Just
Gerard
just
just didn't things that work for the team. So, like yesterday, I can't believe the coach will withdraw after that deep to come to number 4 to take ball from the defense and then try to move forward. So I don't think I've never seen Hazard play
I think
that kind
it's
of
not. I think
position.
it's not
So
about Hazard or the coach. It's about what the game brought to them yesterday. They were not expecting together, and when you see the French national team that Griezmann has to fall back and win the ball, that shows you one thing, that they're willing to work for each other. You know, they were willing to defend.
And the pressure actually came when they were playing a good game until when France got the goal. So immediately France got the goal, then everybody on the field for Belgium were, I think I can see, kind of nervous, kind of they are rushing to get a goal back. So in that kind of trying to play too hard, then they are losing ball.
And after that, the French side also had many opportunities to kill the game, but they were unable to do that because the defending was excellent.
And also the keeper as well.
Company is a very well-experienced player in that team, and that's why it's very painful to them and to a lot of us, their fans, because this is a time everyone feels they're supposed to win something. They have a team that is complete. And, you know, after beating Brazil in this tournament, then the confidence came back. You know, then they started getting better as the tournament progresses. And yesterday we saw that with the French national team yesterday and the Belgium national team also. There are two teams that are playing very, very, very good football.
Yeah, no, it's no doubt. Both of them, if they keep playing the way they are playing now, so I believe they are going to go very far in life. And if they keep being together, because I still see both of them, the player, they are still young, they are still fresh, so they'll still be.
Only
there's
few
no
old.
I think it will only be 1 or 2 people that will might retire before the next World Cup. The rest of them will still be fit to play.
And that is that's true. We complained about this on the show. Remember when the African teams were misbehaving in this tournament in the first round, and we're talking about how some of them don't have the experience. You have to have the mixed up too. You have the experience and also inexperience. You have the experienced players that will be able to nurture these guys to grow, and then we did not see that with the African national team. And now we have that in French national team, where you have that goalkeeper who is the captain who's the leader, who have the experience. Matuidi is there. He's a player with so much lot of experience. Pogba is young, yes, but he has been there for a while now.
Griezmann as well has been there for Giroud has been there for a long time.
You know that kind of it. So it's helping them, and they're where they are today because of because they have been able to complement each other, you know, age-wise and experience-wise also. All right, now let's talk about, do you think this French national team, do you think they will replicate the form of the France national team of 1998?
Yes, if I have to say now, yesterday, with what they did yesterday, so they proved to me that it's not only to score from a good kind of passing ball around the score, so set piece play a lot of part. So if they play the kind of game they played yesterday, definitely they are the favorite for me to win the World Cup. So like we say, in this tournament, it has been a tournament for set piece. So if we are talking about 168 goals, and the 68 out of it comes from set pieces, from corner kick and free kick.
It's a tournament and with most records.
So and 21 penalty.
So
and then 11 on goals. So
you know what I mean?
So in this tournament, so if you look at that game, that means that it has not been a tournament whereby we see a kind of good football, kind of passing to score.
You know?
So and then France has the defender to do that.
You're right. It's a tournament that a lot of records have been broken. And a lot of records have been set. You know, imagine Belgium beating Brazil for the second time since, 1963. And getting to the semi-final since 1986. You understand? Germany losing since, all these records.
So, and Spain as well losing.
Spain also, So it's been a tournament of a lot of records that have been set. We don't know. That shows only one thing, that football is indeed evolving. Because now we're seeing teams that a lot of people were not expecting them to be where they are and play what they're playing, but now they are stepping up and trying to prove a point to a lot of people out there.
And I actually think out of the 4 teams, so it's only Belgium that does not play or depend more on the set piece. Though actually against Japan, that got them through with the 2 across and then the header. So, but they've been a team that wanted to play on the ground always. But the likes of England, the likes of Croatia, the likes of Spain, France, they depend more on their defense and the height of their attackers. So I think that will get them the trophy at the end of the day.
Get them the trophy. Well, they played very well against other teams, Belgium. Argentina and all that. But then you'll be surprised when it gets to the final, and then it becomes a different ball game. You
Yeah.
have players who will be sitting deep.
Yeah, it's going to be a different game for
yeah.
them if the likes of Croatia manage to enter the final. So it's going to be a
So you don't
different,
see if England goes to the final, they won't be able to.
No, if England get to the final, I don't see any. I'm still saying. See, I'm still saying based on what I know, based on what I've seen. So England does not deserve to win the tournament. It's either Croatia or France.
I've been very careful not to predict these games because a game of soccer, especially here in Russia, it's very, very unpredictable. You have players who are stepping up their game, and you have teams that are proven to be forced to reckon with, And in this tournament, we've seen that with the likes of Iceland, Russia coming that far in the tournament. Despite the fact that they were the lowest FIFA ranking team in the tournament, so to me, I'm very careful when it comes to rating these teams.
We like I said, the truth. We will not be denied to say the truth. So if we see something that is real, then we need to say it. If there's a change, like yesterday, nobody expects. Even if France is going to beat Belgium, I believe it's supposed to be maybe extra time or penalty, like the kind of players to players that they both have. So, but for me, like I said, if we have to put players to players, I didn't see any player in England that can beat either France or Croatia. So at the end of the 90 minutes, yes, whatever comes out of it. So.
Yes, final is different because final is not, you're not playing a two-leg tournament. You're playing just a one match, 90 minutes, and that 90 minutes you can decide to win or lose. And some players can park the bus, do whatever it is that they want to do just to get the victory at the end of the day, and then that's it. So I'm very careful when to say that France is going to beat England or Croatia when they get to the final.
No, I'm not saying France is going to beat England.
No, I'm just saying
what I'm saying, they can beat England. But when it comes to Croatia, when it comes to Croatia, they will have to sweat for it if they have to win.
Well, you'll be surprised what will happen tonight. I don't know about that, but you'll be surprised what will happen tonight if indeed Croatia failed to make it to the final. And on paper though, on paper, like you say, on paper they look too good to be stopped by anyone. The French national team, because you analyze the entire team from their attack, defense, from keeper, defense, midfield, and attack. You will not see any fault there. If only they are able to step up their game, and then they have players who are complementing each other.
I think yesterday I can now have criticized Pogba for so long in this tournament, but yesterday I saw him play as a team. So you see what he did not do. That's what Hazard did yesterday. So and what he normally do is what Hazard did yesterday. So he did what Hazard used to do before. So it's like they changed themselves. The spirit enter. So he play more with the team. Say win the ball for the team. Play, release ball. You won't see Pogba yesterday hold ball more than 5 seconds or so. So he take the ball, release the ball for the next person.
And in this tournament, I have to give it to him. He has tried. He has been playing very well because he has players who are supporting him. The likes of Kante, he's doing all the dirty job. So he is the one to go out there and express himself. And he has not been that selfish, which is one thing that I admire so much about him in this tournament. And it's the reason why they are this far in the tournament. See, look at Giroud, for instance. He's not scoring goals, but the coach say he's not going to bench him because of the work rate of that guy. He's not selfish. He's one player who can stand in front of defenders and disturb them, and then the other players will score. And then they have a Griezmann who has been involved in 20 goals, 12 goals, 8 assists. I mean, not just in this tournament alone.
For France.
In his last 20 games, he has been involved in 20 goals, 12 goals, 8 assists. That is an incredible record, So
and
that is
player like Griezmann will see what his work rate as well in his club in Atletico Madrid. So it's a player who is always hunger for victory. It's a player who is always being in front of defenders, whether with shot or with cross. So it's a complete player for me, who can score from anywhere. He can score from his head. He can use his leg as well to score. So Griezmann is an hero for me in the team of.
Anyway, that's for that. France are making it to the final of the World Cup only for the third time in the history of their football
and
or
the
their
second
appearance.
time 20 years.
And
yesterday they actually make it the 20 years that they won it in 1998.
And another thing I want to say is from 1998 till now they've been to the final more than any team, 3 times. 1998, 2006,
2006,
and then
2008,
2018.
18.
You know, they're in the final again. So, I mean, I think to me, they deserve to be there because they've been playing very well together as a team. And, you know, we complained. European Championship 2016.
And
they
their
messed
coach,
up because
and their coach also. You remember the coach is the captain of the team that won it in
in
1998.
1998.
So
yeah. He's going to be one of only the few coaches
Yeah.
to win it as a player
And a
as a
coach.
coach.
So-
we saw that Mario
so,
Zagallo with
yeah.
Brazil, he did that, and then he is also going to do that. Anyway, let's talk about another game that is coming on tonight. That is England versus Croatia.
Okay.
What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I think I've said a lot about the game already. So, and I'm still standing by my points. If Modric should learn from the mistake of Hazard, let him not try to show more of his quality. We know he has the quality. We know who he is. We know what he can do. He's just played as a team, and Rakitic as well. I believe if everybody comes to party tonight, so I'm seeing, and I will be glad to see Croatia in
So
final.
where do you see them losing the game, and where do you see them winning the game tonight?
I see England losing the game from their attack.
Their attack,
Because now they will depend on Kane, and then because I can't see, from the beginning I don't really see anything excellent about Sterling and Lingard for me. They've not proved anything for me. So, and their defense, unless if England also comes with a set piece, whatever, because most of their goal came from set piece and penalty.
One thing I want you to be very careful about is for England to be in the semi-final, that means they played very well, and they have their striker.
They play very well,
attack.
not as like we said, out of their goals, most of their goals, 80% come from heading, come from set piece and penalty.
What I'm saying is, if I can give you the stats, you will understand that they have one of the most dangerous attack in the tournament, the striker with the highest goals
Yes.
in the tournament, right?
Yes.
So one would argue with you though that these guys are good. For him to score 6 goals in the tournament.
No, if you are talking about Kane,
and be in the semi-final.
no, if you are talking about Harry Kane, we know all the goals he scores. At least he scored about 3 goals from penalty kick out of the 6. So three out of it is from a cross.
At the end of the tournament, they're
So,
not going to count those.
No,
things.
we
They're
in
going
the
to
studio
give
we are
them the goal.
analyzing.
Yes,
we are
I
analyzing
know.
their strength and their weakness. So, but if you look at the likes of Croatia, we've seen goals scored by Rakitic. We've seen goals scored by Mandzukic. We see goals scored by what is it called, their captain Modric. But we can only talk about Kane.
Ante Rebic is also
So we can only talk about Kane scoring the goals. So where are we
no,
with
but
other players?
their match against Sweden, Kane did not score. We had the Maguire scoring.
No,
also.
we are talking about the
know,
the attackers. So
yeah,
we are talking about the attackers now. So
you know one thing with any team that wants to win is not just relying on one player.
but England rely on one player.
if-
That's where the problem
But in
is.
some matches, it also depends on the matches.
The
though.
match he did not play against Belgium, they lost.
The match he played against Sweden.
Yes,
Other players
because they mark him out. None of the attackers could
But
prove.
that is, don't you think that is a good thing though? That if you have players in the team that if they take me out as a player, then other players will step up and win the game.
But the game now is the only player who step up are their defenders. When Kane did not score, they are their defenders.
That's
but when we look at Croatia, Croatia also have their defenders.
A very good
The
point.
same
because
defenders who step up.
Yesterday game that you and I watched, we have 2 of the fantastic teams in this tournament.
Yeah.
2 of the best played against each other. They have the attack is solid. The midfield is solid. The defense. It was a defender who rescued them.
Yeah, we understand.
You know?
So, like I said, if you look at Croatia team as well, apart from the attackers getting goals in this tournament, they have defenders also who do who can damage England as well as a team. So if England think that they depend on their defender, if Kane is being quiet, then they can't get it from another player like what is it called, Sterling or Lingard. Then if you look at the attack of Croatia, then it means to me that Croatia has more solid. They are going to win from the attack or from their defense.
Anyway, we're still going to talk more about that game tomorrow. I just wanted to hear your opinion about that one today, but we're still going to analyze. We're going to go deep into what's going to take place tonight and all that. We'll talk about everything tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you once again for coming on the show.
Thanks
and I will be seeing you tomorrow. And to our beautiful viewers out there, we're still here on your Wake Up Special, where we bring in every action that is taking place in Russia. Like I said here on the show all the time, time. We're going to be bringing every opportunity missed, every opportunity utilized. And so far, we've seen a lot of opportunities being utilized, and we've seen a lot being missed by some of the greatest players in this tournament, the likes of Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. They are home. Argentina, Spain, Germany, all of them are home. Now we have 4 teams in the semi-final, and out of the 4 so far, French team is the only one that managed to be in the final, and they're waiting for the result of tonight to know who they're going to face in the final. Is it going to be England or is it going to be Croatia? It's yet to we have to wait and see what's going to happen tonight. And I will be seeing you again tomorrow, where we'll be talking more about all the games that took place yesterday, today, and the entire tournament. Will bring in every action to you. Thank you once again, and do enjoy the rest of your evening.